We were in reserve to the 6th Dublins and 6th and 7th Munsters. They took the hill called the Pimple, nothing but big stones and short scrub. It was taken about 6 in the evening. We took it over from them about 8:30 o'clock. During the day we had been under cover about a mile back from about 11 o'clock that morning. Then the fun started. We could see the Turks quite easily. Jack Boyd and I were lying together keeping watch, and about 11 p.m. I said, "What about something to eat?" as we had had only a bit of BB, and a few biscuits since morning, and our bare quart of water, which was half gone by this time. We divided a tin of bully beef, and had a good supper, and nearly finished our water. The last meal poor Jack ever had. By morning our bottles were empty, and no prospect of getting any more. At 3:30 a.m. their counter-attack started. Brown from Clontarf was opposite me, as well as J.B. He got a graze on the left temple. The bullets knocked dirt into my face. By Jove! It was a hot time then. Their bombs started. Such a row! It was just like a living hell, and I have no clear remembrance of anything. Next item was our bayonet charge, headed by Hickman. He was killed. Jack Boyd and Willie Boyd, and young Keener also, and some others. Lax was wounded, and Drummond. I was one of the last out, and when about 12 yards out could not see any of our fellows except one, who, as I thought, lay down, so I lay down as well. I looked around but could not see anyone to support, so I said, "Here's a how'd you do. If I stay I will either get killed or wounded. If I get wounded I will lie here all day, and I have no water in my bottle, so I had better make a dash for our lines, and if I get shot, well, it cannot be helped. But I have the chance of getting in." While debating this over in my mind, I was lying quite close to a chum called Cecil Murray from the Bank of Ireland. He was badly hit. I asked him where he was hit. He showed me his left hand, which was in pulp, and while speaking to him, he was hit 3 times in the body. The groans were heartrending. Then a young chap called Elliot, who played footer, was shot in front of me when running out. He jumped about 3 feet when hit. He started trying to crawl back to our lines, and just got above me when he was hit again. He died in a few minutes. Then came my dash for safety. I made 2 rushes of it, and had to shout to our fellows to stop firing to allow me to get in. I got a splinter of a bullet in the side. It just pricked the skin and stuck in my belt. There is a hole in my belt where it stuck. When I got behind the line, the first thing I saw was Lex, bandaged all over the head and shoulder, but could see no one else there. There were no stretcher bearers of any sort, so I got permission from Lieutenant Hamilton to help him down the ridge. I then discovered my knee was cut and swollen, either another splinter of a bullet or cut by the rocks. I could hardly walk. The sights I saw going along that place I shall never forget. Some of our fellows throwing back the bombs which the Turks threw over and which had not exploded. One fellow caught them like catching a cricket ball. Wounded and dead lying everywhere. The sun streaming down and not a drop of water to be had. Neither had we bombs to reply to the Turks and drive them out. We were relieved about 8 o'clock and then went back to our dugouts about 1 mile back. Just as we were getting our dinner, 2 shells came along, and one fellow from A Company got his head blown off, and Sergeant Kenny of A Company, an old tough of the 2nd Royal Dublin Fusiliers, lost a leg. Our only officer left was Hamilton, badly wounded in the foot. Our platoon numbered about 16, and 3 of us were left of number 8 section, Hanna, Egan, and myself. It was a miserable time. That night we went up again, but not so far as in the morning. We had retired about half a mile.